Welcome back to Arcane Rush. Now, actually, did the temperature just drop because it got a bit chilly in here? That's because the Nords have rolled in. That's right, we're doing the Nords this time, and we're going to break down the character cards that they actually have because they are quite tricky. This time around, it's not as simple as just frostbiting your enemies and you'll gain stats that way. You gotta actually put some thought into this and who you want to sacrifice and what you want to be played. So kicking us off, our tier 1 units are the Helga Cold Steel Survive, gain 2 damage with 6 HP, is pretty solid. This guy gives you a coin if there's a unit on the board with 0 damage. And a good old faithful Yeti Clubber with Berserk free. Then we have a tier 2, which is a hunting trip. The first 2 Nord allies that attack target the weakest enemy. Can be great if you're coming up against like rage units where they don't really have much HP. They're all about the attack. The Yakety Yak is what I love. Play, get a random Yeti, give it 1+1. It's the easiest way to actually get Yetis onto your board to get them golden. This one, the Yeti Scuffle, I do enjoy, but I do feel it is a bit hindering to say at the least, because it frostbites himself at the start of every match, but you get 4+4, so it's pretty solid for being a tier 2. Can scale really highly, and then you can just destroy them to distribute your stats everywhere else. We then have this new addition, Frostbeard Brawler. Berserk and Death give me and your units 3+3 permanently. That's a keyword, permanently, because we want stats on the board. And he does scale pretty well with Berserk, where his damage goes down before his health goes down. Next up we have Frozen Jarl. Berserk, while my damage is 0, ally Nords have 7+ damage. This is quite good early on because his damage will stay 0 pretty much predominantly for the whole game, unless you have like certain units that give 3+3 like we just mentioned, but he gives an extra +7, which is good with Berserk units. We have the good old faithful, which is Yeti Drummer. Survive, give 2+2. When an ally survives, he gives 2+2 to everyone. We have this one, which is Taunt. Death, give me 5+ damage permanently, then give my damage to a random ally. I think he's fantastic. He actually does so well and scales really highly, you'll notice, for being a tier 3. We then have the Owl Sential. Play, give an ally damage equal to its HP, then set its HP to 1. This is only good with Berserk units. You can see it can have been hindering, but I mean, if you got a Berserk unit, then their damage is where it really comes into play. And having good HP doesn't really matter because once their damage is gone, they don't do any damage. Kinda self-explanatory there. So that can be good this way. We have the Ice Queen returning again, which is Taunt, Survive, trigger the Survive ability of a random different ally. You can combo this with some amazing survive abilities that we will get onto for the tier 5s. We then have the Thunder Splitter, which is what I mentioned before. Choose a unit, destroy it, and give it stats randomly split to my Nord allies, which goes hand in hand with the unit that dies, gives 5+ damage. You can then split that across your other units to replace him and get him off the board and get a stronger unit in his place. We have Nova Frost Armor. Kickstart, randomly split the damage of the unit to my right across other Nords, then frostbite it. That's pretty good because you're getting your stats out there. Again, if you got that taunt ability which has lots of damage and not too much health, you can actually utilize his ability in getting his damage across there a bit easier across your units. We have the Magical Yeti, which gives all Yeti keywords and the roll random, and then we have the fan favorite on the channel, which is Rhino Rider. Although he has been patched, Barrier, Survive, give your units 3+3 permanently, improve this 1 by 1 each turn. Get him out early and forget about it, game's done. He has Barrier, so he's always surviving at least one time. You can give your units 4 or 3, and it's just insane that he goes up higher and higher with the survive. If you get him paired with Yeti Drummer, forget about it. On to the tier 5 now, we have Hail Wing Zenith. When a Nord attacks, give it 12+1 permanently for each unit with 0 damage on the board. Survive 6 times to level this up. And the level up is when a Nord attacks, give it 12+1 permanently for each 0, then kickstart Frostbite 3 random enemy units. And that's where his 12+1 really comes into play there. We then have Inrai Fury Seeker. Berserk, Death, give me and your units 12+ damage permanently, improve this by 3 damage every time he dies. He is a tier 5, so he's not dying too often, but honestly, that's pretty solid. Given 12, 15, 18 damage to Berserk units, which he has, fantastic. We then have Chillmancer, which is Berserk, kickstart, steal the damage of the unit to my right, survive 3 times to levels up. And the leveling up ability is Berserk, kickstart, steal the damage of the units in my row. If you can nail that one perfectly, Chillmancer becomes insane with Berserk, because once you get this golden, steal the damage of the units in a row, then give me the same amount of damage, so you can double up on that damage that you are stealing there. And with Berserk, it's kind of hard to defeat her. And finally, we have Berserk, kickstart, give me the damage of the ally to my right, then frostbite it. You can see there's a lot of tactical positioning you need to do with the Yetis on the Nords in all these abilities that go to the right. Make sure there is a unit on the right for that ability to actually start, or you're hindering yourself. But we're not going to talk too much about it, we're just going to show you how to do it. and try and showcase all these abilities and how effective you can use them in the battle mode, climbing the ladder, or in arena. Okay, so we have Ninja, Demon, and Nord. Yes, we have unlocked demons, and that video will be coming soon, so don't get too hasty just yet. But we are going to choose our hero ability. Kickstart, give your weakest unit 1+1, or Kickstart, give 2 random units in your hand. We'll go for the 1+1 early on here, trying to showcase how Nords can actually be. So straight out the bat, we have the survive unit with the 6 HP, which will get 1 HP, 1 attack at the start, which could be enough here if we survive. Takes up to 7, 5, no. We do get the tie though, so that's where it's kind of effective for that one, but really you want to ditch that one as soon as possible. Get the other Yetis on the board, get their stats rolling up better and better, but that gets you through the early stages. So what do we look at now here? Nothing too much to go with, so let's just upgrade the shop. Soulless Crystal, after you play 1 unit, reduce a shop. After 1 turn, give a random unit 2+1, or coins. We want stats, because that's what we need with Nords. Nords need the stats, or otherwise they just get run over left, right, and center. Takes us up to that. We could potentially survive this here. We do, with the 1 HP that is from our Kickstart ability, from our heroes' passive ability. Do not sleep on your hero's ability. You will need them at certain points in this game. 4 trophies on the board. And we now have the upgrade of the 2-1, so that's now a 2-7. We could rotate, but I'm tempted to take this Nord here. Let's rotate. Well, yeah, we'll take you. And rotate again. Yep, that's cool. That will go up to 3-8 and 4-4. They have the Nord that we're looking for. And they got the demons in play as well, which is kind of good. Berserk, we do lose. Well, because of that summon though, that was fairly close. Like, that's how the Berserk ability can let you down. If you don't have enough units on the board, it will let you down like that. But we are, oh, here's a Frostbite guy we look at. Getting 4 ability there, and then yeah, we'll just take that.
Turned card dealer.
We'll put him here, so this one attacks the weakest. There's a good chance he won't die, but he'll get rid of his Frostbite fairly early. And then we'll put her there so she got survivability because we're being attacked second. And let's see how this goes. Okay, doggles and a big dragon at the back. Now, Frostbite, that's what I was looking for. To get the 5 and get the attack there straight away. I think we win this one, especially with her ability being 9. There we go. Still the 2 units on the board. Had the Yeti with a Frostbite. Using him wisely there. Potentially we should get taunt on him, if possible, because he would really benefit having taunt. Yeti, yakety yak, yakety yak. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're getting another Yeti on the board. What's it going to be? Perfect. We'll take you. We're not complaining. You're getting stats and ooh, the Blessing Matreon, my favorite card in the whole entire game. And let's go to you, so you keep up that scaling ability, and then we have another one of that that's not too relevant in the minute. So we're at 9-13 at the start there, a 6-6 and a 4-4. We will take this. But where does the shield go? The shield went to the right one, essentially, so we don't die from that shield ability. Take that out, take that out. Job's good. Survivability is there on 5 attack, and we're looking pretty solid so far. 10 trophies, and we qualified, so it's actually really solid. There's no issues at all. We're, oh god, tier shop 4? Did we come up against them first? Close, by the way. Same tier shop level as us, so it should be an easier one. Let's sell... I could upgrade here. So let's sell these 2 and upgrade still. After you trigger units playability, give it 4+4, or in turn give units 2+2. 2+2 is much better because it benefits the entire board. There we have the golden Yeti Clubber, which is what we kind of planned from that Yakety Yak. Gives us that, which we then get a tier shop 4. And we have Rhino Rider, or destroy Rhino Rider absolutely early as possible. Get him out there. Now we're looking to potentially give him taunt. There's the taunt. Sell the Yakety Yak. And this is game over. We have him so early into this thing that his survivability is just going to kick the rest of our units fantastically up there. So he gets 3+3, upgrade 1 by 1 by each turn. So we might even lose this one. Do we? Yeah, okay, we get one survive there. 19 to, yeah, okay, we will lose this. That's fine, just because of the Berserk ability there, like I've mentioned before. Gave us no attack, but we had really good HP. So we're really looking to get that one with the Owl Sential or something it was. It will, I think that's a tier 4 though, so let's just upgrade the shop a little bit higher.
tactical retreat?
Summon 20 damage. Does anyone have 20 damage? Essentially, they will have 20 damage, so we'll go for that one. I've slipped up on that relic quite a few times because not really understood how it worked, but that will have 22 damage. There's 22 damage on the other side, so at least one of them will trigger that ability. Demons we're up against here. We get 1 survive opportunity. We get 2 survives. We get 3 survives. I think this is done now. That was just 4? Oh god, please. Only just actually 1 HP stopped us from getting the 5 survives there. We are at tier shop 4. We have lost a life, but I mean, come on. It is what it is now. We're not even showcased any other ones. And we now have the Yeti drummer. Like, this little taunt ability there is sitting at 26, 25, just comfortably. Rotate, we'll take this. We'll get a unit from the shop, why not? Rotate again. Oh, then our Yeti drummer. Oh my god. Okay. Buy the Yeti drummer. Well, sell this unit. It's going to sound crazy, but we're going to get a unit here, which is just the one we sold. And we could destroy a Nord and give it stats. Okay. So let's do this. We will destroy. You're gaining 3+3, and you're gaining 4+4. Okay. Let's. Wait a minute. Go back to the shop. Go back to the shop. Play that there. Play this one to do this. There we go. So all our units have stats on the board here, except from the one that split the stats. And we'll save him and do it again. I'm not too sure who we'll do it again with, but let's just watch Rhino Rider clean up here. Frostbite in there, and we have 5+5, and the drummer's kicking in as well. I did not survive. That's annoying. I say clean up here, but we're going to lose this. We are going to lose. Do we? Potentially. Yep. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, that was perfect attacking sequence on how we could win that one. We need to get tier shop 5. We're looking to steal some damage with these units and get them as soon as possible, especially with our ability of having the Rhino Rider. So I'm going to forget everything I just said there, and when you lose a heart, get a plain copy of one of your units. When the first time a unit dies, okay, we'll take that because Rhino Rider's got taunt, so looking like he's going to die first. You would be better earlier on in the game, but yeah, let's go for it. Let's get you in here. Let's get you in the mix. Gaining stats is always important. We're kind of mid-table right now, but this person is not going to compete with us at all. And Rhino Rider could actually clean up here and just be fantastic because he has taunt on him with the HP that's gaining 6 every time. So those 1s are actually giving us 5 extra HP. The 2s, the 5s, like anything below 6 is giving us HP to our Rhino Rider, which is just going to keep scaling, 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 scaling. What will he hit? He's at 84. Took that damage. He's at 85. He just went down. He's back up with the Yetis. Okay, the Yetis aren't permanent though, so let's not get too carried away on what his health will actually be. But honestly, I'm not complaining too much. We're up against the free Harter here at the start. So he's at a 96-65, so the survive's going to be pretty good. Let's take this one. We will then... By the way, this guy is at 105. Didn't even notice that. Sell, what are we getting? Berserk, steal the damage. Do it kickstart, give the... Okay, but then we also have this one, which is when a Nord attacks, survive. We'll take that.
That's raw power. Let's strike.
How can I play this into my build without sacrificing too much? Do I want to play you? Kickstart, give me the damage, and then Frostbite it. So, okay. I don't think I'm going to play that one that I wanted to. Okay, let's go this one. This kind of makes sense. Right, so the unit on the right is going to get frostbitten anyway because of us. Then we're going to take his damage, so he has Berserk. Survivability popping off, which is given... did this not trigger? Oh no, it's when a unit attacks. I don't know why. I thought that was steal, so it didn't really matter what that was. That's good. That is good. I need to survive though. It's not surviving. That's incredible. That was incredible. Okay. It did not survive though. So that's not going to level up. Because then it was Frostbite enemies, and there's no Frostbite enemies. I've now realised that's a waste of a unit here. So let's get rid of that. We might actually play this other guy here. Looking for a golden Rhino Rider, and then this game's over. This guy is fantastic. Refresh once more. Okay, let's play this guy as a taunt to kind of stabilize the field. Leave that Rhino Rider there because this one is now given 8+8 permanently. Look at our Yeti drummers at the back there. This guy is going to Frostbite and we will comfortably win. We will. Frostbite's himself as well, so it doesn't matter. But he's gaining damage. He's at 12 already. That's fantastic because he respawns back in. So another taunt ability there. Rhino Rider gets maybe 2 survives off the board here. Could potentially be free. There we go, depending on what happens next and who attacks. That was great. Yep, there we go. And there we go. Our guy in the middle did not even attack there. He wasn't needed, but we just survived beautifully. And could potentially take Chill Macer if she appears. I like the Blessed Matrion, but I can't really fit it into this build at the minute. You do randomly split the damage, and then Frostbite it. So you're kind of similar to this Yeti. But there's... Well, is it steel? Randomly split. So, okay, let's do this then. We'll take you, refresh the shop a couple of times. Another one of you. Okay, let's go for you, Golden. Okay, so we have 2 of the Nova Fosterama that we could put into this and potentially get that Golden. What does that do when it's Golden? Randomly split the damage of my row and then Frostbite them. So we're happy to take the Yeti Drummer here. With our Rhino Rider taking all the damage, it just makes sense. And then this guy's taking this guy's damage, which is 169. He potentially will go up to 2. Not potentially, he will go to 230 with all of that. And then I don't even know what he could finish on. Will ninjas actually compete with us? Honestly, no, they will not. Because now look at this. Rhino Rider farming up, he's at 250 here. Actually, well, I was going to say, will ninjas compete with us? But with that 263 on Berserk, potentially going to be 300 by the time this is over. Actually, he took some damage. But that could have reached 300 if he didn't take any damage. And these guys are just not enough to take care of Rhino Rider. With that taunt ability, scaling for fun, we can just sit back, relax. The job is done now. How's the left of the board looking? There's like 2s, and a 1-1. And they're going out now, so 1-1's going out. Potentially going down to our last 2 matches here. Don't really see us changing much unless we actually get some Golden. As I said, we're down to our last match. Tier Shop 4 here. Unless we get Golden, there's not going to much that's changed. Okay, we're looking for a Golden unit. We still have that guy. We didn't get to use him earlier on. Better early on. Chill Macer? Kickstart. Steal the damage of my units to the right. It's too little, too late. Oh, Yeti Drummer. Yeti Drummer, what's coming into the fixation? We're getting a Golden here. Dragons, do they have any, like... They've got no respawn abilities here, so honestly we're fine. Will Rhino Rider just clean up? It's going... He could, by the way. I think he's going to clean up. I don't... Well, it's going to change next time. Getting cleave to the back units is interesting. It's not interesting enough. This guy in the middle here is at 500, potentially. He's taken damage, but he did reach 500 with the amount of scaling abilities. And honestly, did not matter. 1 matchup left. Let's get a Golden Yeti Drummer and see how we can do here. The key thing for this is I want you to know is get Rhino Rider so early in this matchup. But we're going to get the Golden 400 each. He's crazy, and we have nothing that's actually worthwhile there. So let's sell that. We need to fill the gap. Okay, we'll take that because we also get the potential to get another one. What do we get? Oh, there's an owl. That's good. Taunt Queen is interesting, but we're not going to use it because there's 1 matchup left. So what I'm going to do is just change this guy's damage. Put him down to 1 HP. He's up at 500 attack, which the guy in the middle is going to steal. And then we will sell... Have a look at refresh the shop, a Yeti Drummer, and we'll just show this guy kinda as the showcase. But honestly, it does not get much better than this. 5, 5, 5, 4 5s across the board. Watch that go to the other guy. who is now at 7-1. I suppose that does matter that he will die this instance, but does it really? Because we've got like the benefit from it there, where all their units are cleaned out, and he still survived. He's at 608 damage, and that's how it's done. That's how easy Nords can be. They're actually beautiful to play with, and one of our better ones, but we didn't really showcase the other one, so I'll revisit this. But Rhino Rider, once always, will be great and goated in one of the cards alongside the Blessed Matrium. Let me know how you're getting on with Nords, and I shall see you guys on the battlefield.